I almost screwed up and ran away from that.
Here it is. What do you know? Get your ass to Mars. Mission. Wait. 15, counting. 14, 13. All systems are go. 11, 10.
I am the J-Town. Gotta have time to masturbate.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself.
It's just how I say hi.
It goes completely anti-science. I pay money for naughty favors.
Where's that mushroom toy?
Because that mushroom head seems to get in the way.
I'm a good girl, I am.
She was what the kids would call a slut, which is a terrible thing to say, but apparently there's no denying she was one.
I want to apologize to all of you for what happened in there. In our competition for ratings, we all lost sight of why we got into show business in the first place.
Yeah, titties and beer.
I guess he's not being charged for hollering masturbation. And
Shows are coming few and far between these days.
well, we're putting a lot of extra effort into getting them.
Hey everybody, welcome to Yet Live. I am the J Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
It's been a slow news week. It's like everything happened. Well, like everything. Hey, are you done, please?
Nope, she'll come up with another reason later.
Oh. Anyway, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's doctor day for me to go to the doctor. That'll be fun.
Oh, nice thing. Bend over and cough.
So we haven't been really doing like Florida men lately, but we found a guy in Florida from Georgia.
It's what happens when you go to Florida. You know, you're already a little on the edge living in Georgia, but if you go down to Florida, you're going to go over the edge.
Boy, you in Grady Judd's house now, son.
Yep.
The house, it's a house of pain, I'm telling you. All right, Grady Judd, this guy, he's like, this guy right here.
For $200. And then she said, I want you to take a photograph of it so I know you've got the money. But duh. He took a photograph and sent it to the alleged prostitute on Wednesday night, according to him.
Sounds a little bit like entrapment to me.
Hasn't got us. He goes on to talk about how he used a police cruiser to go down. And I guess it was like he was at this whatever cop fest. Copicon.
Well, there's the problem right there. Yeah. I mean, if you're at Copicon, you're going to be soliciting prostitutes.
Look, Deputy Chief of Police somewhere, I think it's like Polk County. Wait, no, Kingston, Georgia. This guy, it's Jem. Now he looks like this. Boy.
You know, the patriarch does not take kindly to Georgia men.
Grady Judd is going to make you
co-opting the Florida man.
You are now honorary Florida man.
Yep.
Jason DePrima.
Jason DePrima from Georgia now.
Dude,
Florida man.
Look, you got to own a golf resort if you're going to have prostitutes.
Yeah, and you got to have a little underground.
That's all I got to say about that.
Rudy Giuliani.
Grady Judd on the case. If you didn't notice, Grady Judd was he was seen with like Ron DeSantis too, so he's buddy with Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, he was standing behind him collecting his poop.
Yeah,
while Ron DeSantis
kissing
was
that booty, kissing that booty. So yeah, so now it's expanded to a ring of where am I? Right here. I'm right here. It expanded to now there's 5. I think they got like 5 dudes now. So anyway, back to this guy.
Well, predictably, the DePrima had on him a multi-pack of White Claw seltzer, as if, to just cap off.
He was in Orlando, attended a polygraph training workshop. He just said, give me a polygraph. Watch him fool it. Like, nope, wasn't me. Wasn't me. Couldn't have been me. Wasn't there. We're like, well, shit, he's passing the polygraph.
He says, I solicited the prostitute so she could help me ace the polygraph.
Bail, you say? Possible prostitution? Bail, you might say. Guess. Bail? Guess bail? You want to guess bail? $500.
Oh,
that's his bond.
That's his bond. So it's a $5,000 bail.
The next day he agreed to, this is a great story. Authorities said DePrima agreed to meet and have sex with the undercover detective. Now, if she was of age, I'm not seeing any problem
Who
here.
gives a fuck? But he told her he got spooked.
Look at us. Don't you have any respect for your compatriots in the police department of a neighboring state? Maybe there's some, maybe Florida beat Georgia that day. Just like,
It's so funny. Right in the middle of this story, there's a link and it says we could see 2 hurricanes at the same time this week.
dude, you think this guy would have been better, man? He worked for the DEA. He was an FBI. He graduated the FBI Academy. Yeah, and he's been a cop for nearly 30 years.
You talking about Judd or Dupree?
I love what he says. What are you thinking? Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said during a Tuesday afternoon press conference. He said, "You just want to go like, come on, man. Are you lost the last 3 brain cells, or you just have cabbage for brains, dude? That is your deputy police chief for someplace in Georgia. You're talking about, man. You're right. I agree with you. Most cops have cabbage for brains."
If they're lucky.
If they're lucky. Yeah, cabbage is pretty smart.
Actually, I
I
was
hear it's-
thinking cauliflower,
I've
and that
heard-
actually does look like a brain.
I've heard cabbage is a smart food, so yeah. Even though it tastes
Jay
like crap.
Tyler making the puns and making good points. as
Tastes like
well.
shit.
Yeah.
If all else fails, he can write a book, How to Ruin Your Career in 3 Easy Steps.
Oh,
that's
Judd, you're
Judd.
so
Judd, Sheriff.
clever.
Sheriff Grady Judd, you with the 2 last names. You're such a card.
I know.
Dude, he looks so fucking happy here. Like he
Successful. We'll talk about Friday.
he's like,
You
yep, I got to do this again. And I got to do commercials probably. I don't know why. It's a press conference for Grady Judd, Sheriff of the Year. Rest in his own kind.
Rest in his own kind for little prostitute.
And if it was a Florida cop. I'm interested. Now I want some Taco Bell. Disgusting Taco Bell.
Okay, so if it were a
Ian here
Florida
with you
cop,
today.
Look how happy
I'm
he
going
is.
to talk briefly and about an op that we're going to do a press conference on.
a Florida cop would
news
say,
media.
nothing to
Yeah.
see here. There was no gator. There were no gator
He
involved.
throws that motherfucker. He's like, we got this motherfucker. See cops. Look, we got this cop. It's like, dude, that's like seems like a really, really minor offense to me. Other than the White Claws.
Yeah, that's like a special circumstance there. He's
yeah.
gonna get the death penalty
Of
now.
course,
Yeah,
yeah.
for the White Claws.
$500 bond, death penalty.
White Claw, special circumstance.
Oh no, so this is pretty funny to me. I love it. The irony is palpable. So I just love how happy Sheriff
This is
Sheriff
Deputy
Grady
Chief
is.
Jason
I'm sorry,
Dupree
Sheriff
from
Judd,
the
Sheriff Grady
Cartersville
Judd.
Police Department. As I understand it, after talking to his chief, he's been there almost 30 years.
You know, it sounds like
He was
cut-
such a quiet guy.
It makes me think of like when Dianne Feinstein found a clue to the Night Stalker case.
Right.
And, you know, talking like this. It's like he's acting like he busted a serial killer.
You got a guy on what seems like a misdemeanor to me. I mean, look, man. Hey, Grady Judd, there's a guy suspected of trafficking minors across state lines for the purpose of sex. I can't remember what his name is. Ding, 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 ding. Ding. Oh,
was
it's Matt
Gates.
Gates.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthew Hire Woman Gates.
Oh, that's when Grady Judd would say, "Oh, that's out of my jurisdiction. That's in Florida, not my jurisdiction."
Yeah. All right. So this first segment we decided was going to be a little short, but we were just doing like this is just sort of like police stories, I guess. This is our
Yeah.
police blog.
You want to do the next one?
We're doing not this.
No, the suspicious.
This one. Okay.
No,
No,
not
yeah,
that
no,
one.
not
It
that
says
one. This one,
suspicious,
right here.
yes.
All right, you guys. There was a man found dead in where am I here?
Armadillo,
Oh,
Texas.
That's funny. That's what she read. She actually read.
Yeah, it says suspicious death. Police
Police
investigating.
a man found dead. Where? Where, pray tell, that made them maybe say, we think it's a suspicious death.
Yeah, where did we find it? I will preface it by saying he was not eating a bag of dicks
Well, here, I'll give you.
because he was dead.
I'll give you a clue.
Oh, look at here. Looks like somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy.
Yeah, that was a pretty big clue.
They found his ass in a dumpster. What is this? Oh,
Perfectly good white boy.
okay. Yeah. Oh.
Officers say they found a body in a dumpster near Oak Drive and Sycamore Street, close to Hamlet Elementary School.
Oh, there it is.
So maybe a bunch of kids saw a dead body and gathered around him like a bunch of ants and tossed him in the dumpster.
Not a lot. You don't find a lot of like, people like, oh, just, that's where he liked to sleep. Behind. That's old Charlie for you. He likes sleeping in dumpster. Dang, 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 dang. Ding.
Maybe they threw him in there thinking, well, old Charlie didn't make it into the dumpster, and that's will just help him along.
Felt choked to death.
He didn't make it to bed last night.
Accidentally got a garbage can twist tied around his neck. Happens all the time around these parts. In no way, shape, or form do we have a serial killer, an armored dildo. I mean, armored Amarillo. That's where we're at. Dang, 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 dang. The identity of the man was not provided, but apparently the picture here says he looks like Cheech.
Yeah, it's
or
Tommy
Chong. It looks like Chong. It's funny that picture's just mixed in there. APD homicide unit is investigating death because of suspicious circumstances.
Yeah, he was in a dumpster.
That was like he didn't have his ID on him with suspicious circumstances. All these other reasons. Think of all these reasons. Like
he smelled of alcohol.
That's
Somebody sprinkled up crack on him.
So there was some crack found nearby. There was notes of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh yeah.
Dude, man is in a dumpster.
He was found dead with a massive erection and no blood in his brain.
Looks like somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy.
That's never gonna go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's our little news blotter segment for today. Also, a woman got her truck stolen. We're gonna clip this in a minute, but this lady gets her truck stolen, and then she finds this backpack with a laptop and like 3 IDs and a couple social security cards. Then I guess they arrested or something. But he was like part of the one of the social that was involved in a child sex trafficking fucking ring, right? And the cops are like, nah, we don't, nothing to see here. That's our nothing to see here report. Man in a dumpster. This gentleman, cops, you're dirty and we know it. I am the clean Jay Tyler.
I am the humble and clean Miss Parker.
And we'll be back in a moment with some Ruskies again. I like that.
Ooh, we got Ruskies?
Yep.
All right.
This
is Nothing Yet Live.
Just do the whole thing.
Oh, shut up. Do it the way I want.